Michelle.
Hi TC.
What does your job as a TV presenter entail?
Well, mainly meeting lots of different people across a broad spectrum of jobs. I do live and recorded, pre-recorded presenting. So yeah, mainly it's interviewing a lot of different people. It could be actors, it could be people that have got a specific story to tell, potentially maybe about the social housing crisis, or people who work within the emergency services like mountain rescue teams. But my main role is to find out about people's stories, help raise awareness, and really kind of almost go under the bonnet of what they're about and what they do.
So why did you decide to become involved in TV?
Well, I decided to get involved in TV because I was studying psychology at Manchester University before I started working in television. And, you know, for me, the whole thing about psychology was being able to really understand more about the human race, about what makes people tick, what joins people together in society, what breaks people up, how the human mind works, you know, from a scientific point of view, but also how situations, certain behaviours can really affect us. And for me, television seemed like quite a nice fit with what I was almost studying within university. It felt creative, it felt like I could have the opportunity to meet different people, and maybe in some ways affect change as well, come up with new ideas, and see where I could get with it, really.
When did you make a start on your career?
When did I make a start on my career? It's a funny one, that one, because I feel like, you know, it's always been something that I've been thinking about, probably from a very early age. You know, my parents were always very much like, whatever you want to do in terms of a job, try and think of something that you know, get up in the morning and really look forward to doing, whatever that may be. So as I was growing up, from about kind of 10, 11 years old, I'd always think about that. I never necessarily knew exactly what that would be, but I'd always be quite mindful of things that would make me happy, of things that I thought, oh, can I imagine doing this consistently, and how would I feel? So I'd probably say, yeah, it would probably be from about 12 years old that I thought, what would I like to do for a job? What would excite me getting up in the morning? And what shape is that going to take? So it kind of made me keep my eyes open and be quite receptive to different opportunities and different people.
What top 3 skills do you need as a TV presenter?
Top 3 skills that I think you need to become a TV presenter. Firstly, genuinely having an interest in other people, having an interest in the world. And secondly, I'd say wanting to ask questions, wanting to find out more, challenging things. You know, in today's society, we are the ones in control of really being able to make a difference. So it's 1, being interested in people, and 2, really thinking about what can you bring to the table, how can you make a change, what questions are the ones that you think should be asked. 3, I would say developing a thick skin. To become a TV presenter, sometimes it's hard, because it's hard not to take it personally when it's kind of your face out there and you're the one delivering these stories. But one thing that I've certainly learned is, you know, you could be flavour of the month one moment and then not, and sometimes it just changes like the absolute wind. You've really got to have confidence in yourself, know your abilities, and really not take it too personally, not take things to heart when certain programmes might not work out. You know, you might be doing one thing one year and not doing it the next year, and just really keep that resolve, keep that faith, because it always turns around.
Who's helped you?
Who helped me? I would say my mum. She's very she's a life coach, very focused, can be very positive. And like I was saying before, my mum was very much, think about something that you really enjoy, that empowers you, and try and make it that you do more of it. So I'd say my mum has given me the confidence to believe in myself, I think surrounding yourself by people that care, be that friends, be that family, or it might even be somebody that you watch on TV or listen to on the radio as a role model, that can all help you as well, you know. It doesn't necessarily have to be a specific family member or friend. There are so many ways that we can get help and inspiration now, and that's really important to be able to reach out and be open and honest about that.
What's been one of your best career highlights or achievements so far?
I think for me, my career highlights would be having the ability to travel. You know, I've been able to meet so many interesting people. I've been able to work across live programmes and just, you know, it's been really exciting. Doing the One Show, for example, has been amazing. Last year I got to interview Hillary Clinton. On that show I've interviewed Samuel L. Jackson, Danny Boyle, and to be able to sit in a room with these incredibly, you know, inspirational people is quite mind-blowing at times, thinking, what am I doing? This is crazy. But also one of my career highlights would probably be working on Crimewatch Roadshow. I'm live every day in a different location for a month, working with emergency service teams, so the mountain rescue team, the fire brigade, search and rescue, cave organisations, and I really get to find out what they're about and the incredible work that they do. You know, these guys are unsung heroes that we don't often know about in terms of what they do day to day. So to be able to really lift the lid on that and immerse myself in the jobs that they do, you know, I kind of get the kit on and go through the exercises completely with them to get a real first-hand experience of what it's like is something that, you know, it doesn't go unnoticed with me, and I feel very privileged to be able to have that opportunity.
What's been one of your biggest learning curves during your career?
One of the biggest learning curves within my career would be to ensure that you really have confidence within yourself. And for me personally, it's not something that comes overnight, and it's not something that stays overnight. It's something that you continually have to try and build up yourself with, and, you know, remembering it's important to have thick skin. But also, I think within TV and I think within the media industry, it's very easy for us to have this mindset, oh, well, I'll be happy when I've got this job, or I'll be happy once I've done this. And sometimes we live so much in the future that we actually forget the journeys, the experiences that we're having in the present, and to enjoy them. So I think for me it would be, yes, it's an industry that's competitive, and yes, you need to be tenacious and you always need to keep driving and pushing yourself forward. But at the same time, it's really important to enjoy that journey. And it might sound cringy, but, you know, that's the one thing that I always check myself with. And that allows me to have a bit more confidence in what I do and take the rough with the smooth a bit more and sit back and enjoy and have a bit more faith, because at the end of the day, isn't that the point with anything, to be enjoying what we're doing, hopefully making a difference. So that would be what I've learned the most and what I continue to learn.
I totally agree with everything that you've just said. It really is important to enjoy the journey. So what's your ultimate career goal?
I think this is a really interesting question. Everyone, you know, has that question. What's your end goal? What's the end point? When will you be happy? And that's something that I've always kind of thought about. And the one thing that it's left me with is, my ultimate goal is to enjoy the now and to actually appreciate every moment that I have, because life is so short. And if I spent all my time just thinking, I am going to be happy once I am the presenter of X, well, I might be happy, but then I might get there and something else might happen that makes me unhappy. So why can I not just enjoy the journey at the minute? And of course, there are more things that I'd like to do. You know, I love live television and I love being able to interview incredibly interesting people. So instead of having an ultimate goal, I have I'd like to do more of, or continue to do, or hopefully have the opportunity to, while still, you know, enjoying what I'm doing. And ultimately for me, it's actually just being happy, however that might come. And that does come through some of the work that I do, but it also comes from me taking time to look after myself, look after my family, friends, and understand what's really important in life.
Absolutely. Things like health, well-being and family should always be at the front and centre. So what advice do you have for young women who aspire to get into TV?
Advice I'd give to young women aspiring to get into TV, stay strong, come up with some good ideas, have a good unit of people around you. Don't be afraid to ask for advice. That's what I've always done within my career. I've asked people who have inspired me, who I've looked up to, for advice, for their advice for what they think is the best direction for me. Think about the type of presenter that you are. Don't try and directly compare yourself to anyone else, because everybody's different, everyone's individual, and isn't that amazing? So start thinking about you as a person and what you personally can offer and why, you know, you are so special, which everybody is in their own way. So really focus on that and harness that. And don't give up the fight, because sometimes it can be tricky and it can feel like it's a long old process, and then sometimes you can feel like you're on cloud nine. So just, you know, keep your head together and hopefully enjoy the journey that you're on.
Thank you so much for joining me in today's Career Corner, Michelle. It's been so great hearing from you.
Well, thanks for having me, TC. Hope some of that has been helpful. Sorry if I've been rambling too much, but take care. Bye.
Not at all. You have dropped some real nuggets which can really help shift our perspectives for the better.